Well, hi there folks. Before we get started, I'd just like to wish everybody a Happy New Year. We'll be approaching 2022 in a few hours. Yeah, let's hope for a good one, guys. Right, we're here to start prepping to start building an Android app that's going to run on our phone or tablet. So a couple of days ago I did a little bit of research, googling around, and it seems that Android Studio is still the official IDE or integrated development environment for building Android apps. So let's try and head off to the Android Studio website. Let's get a little bit comfortable here. So let's just Google that. Oh. Okay. Alright. Let's click the download link. It's showing us there. Alright, download Android Studio 64-bit. We're on a 64-bit operating system. Now up front, I'm on Linux operating system here and I'm running Kubuntu. It is a 64-bit computer, so we'll be going with what's thrown at me here. So let's download that. I'm going to click that. We are going to agree to all the terms and conditions. Just click download. This is where it's asking me to download the file. So I've got a download folder here. I'm going to put it into its own folder so it doesn't get mingled up with all my other downloads. So let's make a folder for that. And that'll be fine. I may, and for whatever reason, start downloading other versions. So yeah, I'll keep a record of each of those downloads for future. So let's save that. That might take a little while. Yeah, just follow my mouse. There's the download right there. So I've got a couple of minutes. So I think I'll just hit pause on my recording here and we'll come back to that. Okay, so we've got our download. Let's open up the folder where that resides. And should be there somewhere. Where are you? There it is. It's a compressed file, as you can see there. I'm not going to go digging around on the website for instructions on how to install that. I'm going to hope that any good software distributor will have that all contained within the compressed file. So I'm just going to double click on that and open that up. That's going to take a few seconds. So let's just hold on for that. Alright, and there you go. Install Linux tar.txt. So that'll be our instructions there. So I'm going to double click that and open that. It's extracting that file out. So while that's happening, I'll load up Kate, our trusty text editor. It's all good there. So we've got our text editor there. We're just waiting for the other text file to load up. So there it is there. Now, rather than meddle with this, let's just take a copy of all that text and paste it into our independent text file. Let's close that, and let's also close our compressed file so the system doesn't know that we have that open. Alright, so there's our instructions there. Let's slam that off to the right. Okay, and if we read up here, it says unpack the Android Studio distribution archive that you have downloaded where you wish to install the program. Okay, so basically extract extract archive to, and as the instructions say, we'll put it where we want. So I've got a place in my home folder. It's a little bit busy. Let's just wait for that to catch up. Okay. Home folder, apps. Now this is where I generally store these kinds of apps. I put an app folder in my home. Operating system home folder. Okay, so let's just create a folder there, and we'll call that Android Studio. I suggest you remove any spaces, it'll save you a lot of headache later on. And let's click OK. Now let's go back to our website, because I want to make another folder that resembles the version, and just in case I want to try other versions. So I'm going to get a copy of that text there. Alright, let's go back to our continuation here of extracting this. Make another folder. Let's paste that text in here. Now I don't recommend periods in file and folder names, so get rid of those. The period, as we should all know by now, separates our extension, our file name, from our extension. So let's spell the word point. 2020, it's not point, is it? And let's get rid of that one. 2020.3.1. Okay, and let's add some more to that. Android Studio _ So I'm going to save that. Sorry, I'm going to extract all that data into there somewhere. Okay, and I'm going to click extract, and it's going to take not too long. So let's try and bring up that folder so we can see what's going on. Okay, let's unhide that. Right, so there's our folder, apps, Android Studio. That's the folder that we created, so we're extracting everything into there. As we can see, it's created another Android Studio folder. So later on, if I wish to try some other versions, I can actually do that very easily. Just put some more folders in here. So, but we're just planning for the future here. It's still extracting. We should see some stuff filling up here. So let's just cross our arms and wait for that. Shouldn't take too long. Here we go. It's just going to wrap up now. So that's all good. Now let's just slam that off to the left for now. Go back to our instructions. Now it says to start the application, open the console and execute this here. So let's open the console. Okay. Now it's telling us to go to the bin folder. Now, yes, it's saying to start the application, but I know from experience it's going to have to do some configuration and, I don't know, get some fresh data from the internet and so on. So it's kind of going to do a little bit of an install in my mind, but still in the future we're still going to launch it in the same manner. So let's get to our folder. Let's do a directory first. It must be there somewhere. There it is, apps. I'll just get my mouse so that you can see that. Okay, so we need to get into that folder. So CD, apps, let's do a directory. There's Android Studio there on the left. CD, Android Studio. Okay, directory again. Let's change directory into that one. Android studio underscore 2020.3.1. Enter. Alright, now let's another directory and we should see another folder, which we do. Let's get into there. Okay, directory again. Let's stretch this out. And there's our bin folder there. So let's get into there. CD bin. Let's do a directory. And now we're expecting to find this file here. Studio.sh. So let's just have a quick squiz in there. There it is there. So we need to execute that. Now it is a script. So we kick that off with a dot and a slash studio.sh. Now, because of the very first time, yeah, as I say, it's gonna get busy basically. So let's press enter and let's wait for that to do its thing and answer any questions that it throws at us. Might hit pause. No, let's just wait. Cool, so we've got that. Now I must confess I ran this earlier. It was a little quicker this time around because it's already grabbed some information that it's already done before, but eventually you're going to get to this. So let's close that. Now you're going to say to yourself, oh crap, where do I go to run that app? Well, we run it the same method that we started with, which is /studio.sh. Okay, let's just test my theory here. Cross our arms. Things seem to go a bit quicker when you cross your arms. Alright, that looks like it's going to be fine, which is great. Now we don't want to be changing directories and all that to run this all the time. You know, we went to one folder, another folder, another folder, another folder, then we ran the app. We don't want to do that. So let's get into some quicker method. Let's close everything and I'm going to hit pause and we'll come back to that. Alright folks, it is the next day here for me, so let's refresh our minds here. I'm going to bring up my file manager. We're going to navigate to our application again, apps, Android Studio, to there, Android Studio again, and I'm going to look for excuse me, the instructions for installation. I'm going to right click on that, open that in Kate, and I'm going to slam that off to the right so for easy viewing. Okay, now what we need to do here is create a shortcut to this script, and that shortcut is going to be created within our what I call my application dashboard. So it'll be in here and we're going to put it into this development group here. And if you're familiar with creating shortcuts for your operating system, great, get to it, and let's get this happening. For those not quite so familiar, stick around and we'll do that together. Okay, now that script is in the bin folder, if you remember. There it is there. Now if you've noticed across the top here, that is actually the path all the way to our script studio.sh here. So I've just highlighted that. Again, I'm going to get a copy of that into our clipboard. So we've got that in our clipboard. And then what we want to do is get into our menu system. I'm going to do a right click on there, go edit applications. Okay, and here is our development group of applications here. So I'm just going to click there and highlight that. I'm going to go new item. I'm going to call this Android Studio. on top of that, I'm going to add some more information here. I'm going to go 2020.3.1, just so that each time I click on this, it's going to remind me that we are launching Android Studio 2020.3.1 version. If I know anything from my past, I often try different versions of applications until I settle on something that really suits me. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's click OK to that. Okay, so we've got that comment in here, right? Let me just highlight that for you. If you want, you can add a description and a comment. This is all optional. And we can now paste the path in here. Right click, paste. Okay, now I'm going to go to the beginning, over there, and then back to the end. Just want to make sure that there's nothing weird hanging off the end or the beginning. And we're going to finish up by typing studio.sh. Alright, so that's really bare minimum, that's all you really need to do. However, I do like to have an icon, so if you noticed over here, there's an image there and there. We want the PNG, so what we're going to do is click on that. We're going to go right click, copy. If you're a Linux user, what I like to do is, every time I create a launcher in such a manner, I keep icons of my apps and I put them in a particular folder. So I'm just going to take a copy of that, and I've got a folder. Let me show you my folder. Launcher icons. I may already have it here actually. Yes, I've already got a copy of it there. So just paste it somewhere where you can locate it later on. You can see that I've got all kinds of apps for icons for other apps. Quite handy to have. So yeah, I've already got that, so that's good. So what that means now is, now that I've got a copy of the image, I can come back to here and click this button, which is actually it would ordinarily show an image of an icon. Then you can choose an icon. So if we click other, and then I can go browse and look for our icon, which is in here somewhere. There it is, studio, open. Okay, so now we've got our pretty icon, and that's it. Come over here, click save, and close everything. Let's be confident here and close everything. Okay, now if we come down to our boy, I don't know what you call it. In Windows we call it start. I'm just going to call it my launcher. At the end of the day, I hardly ever click on there. I use shortcut keys. So just go here and you come over here, development, and there it is there, Android Studio. Let's click on that, and let's just wait, and hopefully it will fire up. Cross our arms again, make things go faster. Here we go. Sweet. Let's quickly get back to our application dashboard, and yeah, this is just showing any recent apps that you've fired up. So I've got that there twice. That's right. It'll probably just dilute away after time. So what we can do is go to development, come over to our Android Studio, do a right click and add to favorites, and that's going to move that over to our favorites area here. So there it is there, and then if we click that, we can drag it to any location of our choice. So I'm just going to leave it down the bottom for now. Hey, so I thought we'd have a bit of a kōrero before wrapping up. A few things I want to talk about. First thing is that you should know that I had run the start script prior to shooting the footage that you have just seen. And after I had done that, I removed the extracted folder. So what that means is you essentially saw the start script run for the second time, and what that means is the process went a little quicker than ordinarily would have, and in fact there were a couple of steps that were actually missed and you did not see, simply because I had actually run it previously. So I just wanted to mention that there was nothing overly complex that was missed. It's something that I'm confident anyone out there can figure out. It does ask me, I think, which Java version I want to use, or sorry, which Java of vendor I want to use, such as Java from, I assume, Oracle, or Kotlin variant. Yeah, anyway, nothing complicated. I'm sure you can handle it. Other thing is, before I ran the start script, I actually did not think to check first what Java, if any, and versions that I already had in my systems. Somewhat a little concerned. I then went off to my laptop, fired that up, and did the whole procedure again, except I ensured there was no Java on the system prior. Don't get all flustered with that. Wouldn't worry about installing Java first, just run the start script and it should take care of those kinds of things, unless of course you want particular versions, but I think that's gonna, this Android Studio is probably going to assist you in that anyway. Alright, my list over here. The other thing is, I thought probably the video would not be complete without running up a few examples to test our installation. When you go create new project and then you can choose some template. I think I loaded up all of them except one. Here they are, enjoy, and let's get programming again. Cool, thank you.